There are two types of leaders who typically come to me for coaching. Those who are exceptional at delivery and how they public speak and how they communicate. But when we start peeling back the layers, they feel like they have no value or substance to share in how they storytell what they know or actually what they know. Then there's the other type of person, the other type of leader, someone who is knowledgeable, has something of value that needs to be shared with the world. And yet this is the person who deals with imposter syndrome, with limiting beliefs, and they really need help in delivery and how they communicate. One has a clarity problem and the other has a confidence problem. And this all comes back to communication and it being the most underrated leadership skill. And it may also be costing you too. Now, my name is Christina Crowley-Arklie. I am a business coach, a communication strategist, and a entrepreneur who's helping other highly ambitious entrepreneurs and business owners build burnout-free businesses through leadership and communication. Now, if I had to tell you about, again, how important communication is and the one skill that would instantly elevate you, your brand, your leadership, increase your influence and grow your business faster, the hard part to say is that it actually wouldn't be strategy. It wouldn't be marketing. It wouldn't even be confidence or delivery. It would be communication. And here's the truth. Communication is our most underutilized leadership skill in business today. Not because it doesn't matter, but because most people, they assume that we're already good enough communicators because all of us can do it. And that actually creates the real problem. So now, for most leaders, maybe like yourself, you spend years developing your technical skills. We all go and get our credentials. We go to university. We get all the certifications. We work on the systems in our business. And of course, we focus on operations efficiency. But we spend little time developing how we communicate who we are and what we know. And really, communication is the vehicle for everything else. Your ideas truly don't matter if you can't articulate them clearly. I used to say that all the time in politics. It doesn't matter what strategy or idea you have if you can't communicate it and get people to align around it. Your expertise doesn't matter if people don't understand what value you provide to them. Communication is not a soft skill. It's the skill that determines how your leadership is perceived by everyone else. And this is why communication is so important for modern day leadership, because leadership is about influence. Influence is about trust, and trust is built through communication. How you explain your vision, handle conflict, how you respond under pressure, how you present ideas and articulate decisions, sell your business. It all signals to people, are you clear? Are you confident? Are you composed? Are you credible? You don't get promoted or get to sell what you do for what you know. You get promoted for how well you communicate what you know, which I know can be really hard to kind of wrap our brains around. And this is where there's a leveling up gap. And here's where this becomes truly a good business conversation to have. And it's why you're listening to this video. There are thousands of people. We all know them. They know what they know. They offer what you offer. They sell what you and I sell. So why do some people rise faster? It's through what we're going to talk about, the 5 C's. The way that you communicate shapes perception, it drives connection, it builds trust, it influences buying decisions. People don't buy from the most qualified people. They buy from the clearest one, the person who they trust the most, with the most, again, complex turning into simple. These are people who articulate the problem, they provide a solution, and they give the person a feeling that is an outcome that leaves them with the feeling of transformation. And so this is what being a great communicator signals. When you are communicating clearly, you're signaling competence, authority, stability, leadership, readiness. When you ramble or you over-explain or you hesitate or you stop, it appears that you're uncertain, that you're not as capable as you are. And it's why when two people who have the exact same credentials, one can be perceived as the leader and the other one may not be. And it's because of how that person most likely shows what they know. And so this is why the 5C framework of the 5 C's I want to share with you is what actually helps you to level up through how you communicate by focusing on these 5 things. The first C is courage, which of course is just to show up, take the risk and say to yourself and ultimately everyone else, hey, I have something to say. It's of value and I want to share it with you. So that's the first C. The second C is clarity. You just want to say less, mean more, and land your point. The third C is conviction, and this is around delivery, tone, body language, pace, pausing. Authority is how you say it. The fourth is connection, and this is really about energy, about presence, eye contact, emotional intelligence, the charisma that you share. And the fifth and final C is consistency. And this is essentially, are you the same person under pressure as you are when things are easy and good? You know, this 5C framework that I teach within my coaching and in my course, The Confident Communicator, really comes back to the easiest way to learn how to better be a communicator so other people, again, see you as the trustworthy person that they either want to buy from or be led by. And this is why it matters for you, because I want to make this as practical for you to understand that clear communicators are the ones who close more deals, they lead stronger teams, and they get more referrals, and they build stronger brands ultimately. And because they make people feel seen, heard, and understood, they make other people feel safe, confident, and aligned. And these are the people that other people buy from. Trust is built through repeated, clear communication. And this is what this video has taught you to do. So if you want to level up in business, don't just ask yourself, how do I get more clients? How do I get more leads? How do I scale? How do I grow faster, better, bigger? Ask yourself, how can I communicate at a higher level than 90% of people around me? Because that is the difference of where you will be and the differentiating factor of where someone else will be. And this is the multiplier of how you'll be able to articulate your thoughts more clearly, so 99% better than other people. So if you want to be perceived as a stronger leader, if you want people to trust you faster, buy from you sooner, and really recommend you more confidently and quicker to other people, then this is exactly where you start. Not with another certification, not with another funnel, not with another strategy or business idea. You start here with yourself and how you communicate, because communication is the multiplier. It is the skill, the most underrated skill that elevates every other skill that you already have. And the truth is, the gap between where you are and where you want to go might not actually be talent. It might just be clarity. And so I want to ask you here today and wrap up our video with this question. What's one area of how you communicate that you know you need to strengthen right now? Is it clarity? Is it delivery? Is it consistency? Under pressure? Drop it in the comments. I want to read every single one of them. And I genuinely want to know from you, what is the area that you need to get better at? Now, if these conversations like this challenge you to think differently about leadership, about confidence, and about business, and of course, communication, make sure you subscribe to my channel here at Christina Crowley-Arklie. I'd love to have you as a follower and a subscriber on the journey, because I am here to help you communicate at a level that matches your ambition. When you master how you communicate, you don't just grow your business, you grow your influence. And that is where change happens, and that's where true impact is made.